What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle, and yes, this is my new YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe, hit the all notification bell, so whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. Hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe, hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. I'm talking this one right here, King Hussle Topic, King Hussle X1M, King Hussle 2.0, the Hussle Family, Blachat Jones, Click Here to Laugh, and Hustle Nation Empire Productions. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms because I got a lot of fake IGs out there, so I want everybody to make sure they're following the right one. So make sure you click the title on all my videos. Boom. Once you click the title, at the bottom, all my link descriptions will pop up. All you gotta do is click the link and it'll direct you to my real social media platforms. The first one will be my IG, say book here. Click that. Come follow me, come run them followers up, come run them comments up, come run them all that, views on the videos, and all that. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only. I'm not telling anybody to do anything, so let's get this started. So, you know me, I'm dropping gems, I'm dropping sauce, I'm dropping all the type of get information that y'all need. And in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the 10 common financial scams that is going on in today's world that people are doing, from mortgage fraud to fake checks to over a lot of different things is going on. We got debt collection scams, we got phishing, we got ransomware, we got imposter fraud, we got grandchildren and elderly fraud, we got sweetheart scams, we got lottery and prize fraud scams, we got employment scams. We got a lot of different things to talk about in this video today. So, and before we get anything started, like I said, this is all educational purposes only, but we gotta be real with ourselves. This is real things that's going on in the world. People are really doing these things. People are really phishing and debt collection scams and mortgage fraud and all type of things that's going on in the world in real life. So, and these are things that we need to be aware of. So I'm gonna help people be aware of it. I'm gonna drop gems on this so we can get knowledge of it. So first we're gonna start talking about these good old fake checks and mortgage frauds and all that. So let's get it started. Okay, so first we're gonna talk about fake check overpayment scams that people are doing. Here's a common scenario. Someone sends you a counterfeit check and asks you to send money back to them. In some cases, you are allegedly won a prize, but you are told to send the money covering the taxes and fees. In other scenarios, you're paid a secret shopper and you ask to wire back money. Or you sold them an item online and the buyer mistakenly overpays and requests that you reimburse them the extra amount in gift cards. In each of these cases, it's a scam. What to do? For starters, don't send money back to someone who sent you a check. And there's a lot of people out here nowadays that are doing like they call it card cracking, right? So what they're doing is they're finding people through social media platforms and networks. They're saying, hey, you want to make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. That, you know, people want to make some quick, fast money. So then what they're doing is they're getting a hold of these checks. They're going on all these different websites that you can find that make checks and all that. They're getting certain information. They're making these checks out, and then they're depositing the checks into the person's account who wants to make the money with them. Once the certain amount of the money clears, they start pulling it out to the account is flat, and you can't pull any more money out, and then they go on to the next. So that's fake checking, card cracking, or overpayment, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, mortgage closing fraud. This is another scam. This is mortgage fraud. Mortgage scam artists target home buyers who are about to close on their home purchase using emails or text messages to pose as an actual real estate agent, mortgage loan officer, or settlement agent. The fraudster will attempt to steal the home buyer's down payment or closing costs. So it's a lot of people out there that are acting like realtors, who are acting like agents, loan officers that are and settlement agents that are acting like they're gonna buy the house and getting the person's down payment, and then they're running away with it, and they're using fake names, CPNs, and all type of stuff to hide their identity, so that person won't be able to track them. And we'll get a little bit more into mortgage fraud too. Matter of fact, let's get a little bit more into mortgage fraud. Let's see what it has to say about mortgage fraud. Okay, so what is mortgage fraud? Mortgage fraud refers to any intentional deception or misrepresentation used to obtain a mortgage loan. Typically, mortgage fraud occurs when a prospective home buyer either gives false information or omits significant information in the process of applying for a mortgage loan to purchase the property. All right. Understanding mortgage fraud. While mortgage fraud is most commonly associated with borrowers, mortgage brokers or lenders may also commit fraud in relation to mortgage lending. Mortgage fraud risen significantly since the 2008 global financial crisis. In some cases, the fraud may be related to innocent. A borrower may accidentally misstate certain figures such as their income or fail to report significant information because they're forgotten about it or are not aware that it is relevant to their application for a mortgage. In other cases, a borrower may intentionally deceive the lender, but their primary motivation is not to commit fraud for the financial advantage, but merely to be able to buy a home they want when they cannot legitimately qualify for the necessary mortgage loan. So some people, like I said, in other cases, a borrower may intentionally deceive a lender, but their primary, like mortgage fraud has risen and they fail to report certain information. Mortgage fraud can occur in many different ways, but the most common incidents of mortgage fraud are some from the income fraud, appraisal fraud, and accompanity fraud. Income fraud. So let's talk about income fraud. Income fraud is the most frequently occurring type of mortgage fraud. It consists of a potential borrower stating an income amount that is higher than they actually make. They spread the internet crime as made income fraud easier to commit, as there are websites that will, for free, offer services such as false verification of income or employment, forged W-2 forms, or forged tax returns, so documents. Other fraudulent tactics include borrowing claiming self-employment income that does not exist or listing a false job title. For example, a borrower may state that they are a high-level executive at a company they work for when in fact they are a low-level employee. A variation of income fraud involves an increasingly common crime of identity theft. In these cases, a borrower obtains another individual's financial information and uses it to obtain a mortgage loan and purchase a property. Alternatively, borrowers may use identity theft to obtain a mortgage loan against a property owned by another individual. It's real shock for an unsuspecting homeowner who is unaware that they have been a victim of identity theft when they go to sell their home and discover there is a large mortgage loan on their property they do not know nothing about. All right, so that's mortgage fraud. Appraisal fraud. Appraisal fraud happens when the appraisal of a property that a borrower is seeking a mortgage loan is intentionally either overstated or understated. A potential borrower must usually collide with this honest appraiser in order to commit appraisal fraud. While income fraud is commonly committed just to attain a mortgage loan, appraisal fraud is often a for-profit scheme. A typical example of appraisal fraud occurs as follows. The potential borrowers get an appraiser to appraise a property for more than its actual value of sale price. The borrower is then able to obtain a mortgage loan for more than the amount necessary to purchase the property. After receiving a loan, the borrower and the appraiser, and then possibly the seller of the property, split the excess money received that is not required for purchasing the property. So they appraise the property high, they get more money, they buy the house and keep the rest of the money. Borrowers may sometimes try to get appraisers to understate the value of a property so they can then get a seller to agree to sell the property for a lower price. Occupancy fraud. Occupancy fraud can occur in various ways. The prospective borrower may state that they intend to occupy a property as their primary residence in order to obtain the most favorable loan terms when they do not intend to live in a property. Loans on the primary residence are typically granted with lower interest rates. Another kind of occupancy fraud occurs when a borrower falsely claims they are purchasing an investment property that they may intend to rent out using a projected rental income to help them qualify for a mortgage loan. Mortgage fraud profit schemes. Sometimes mortgage loan borrowers are the victim rather than the perpetrators of mortgage fraud schemes. Mortgage brokers or lenders or their companies or individuals may approach homeowners who are in financial difficulty with a mortgage rescue scam. They convince the homeowner to temporarily transfer the property to them, promising to make the mortgage's payments on it until the homeowner can resume doing them themselves. Rather than doing as promised, the brokers may then sell the home right out from under the actual homeowner and disappear with the profits. Alternatively, they may have charged the homeowner a fee for these services. They pocket the fee but don't make the promised mortgage payments, and the home eventually goes into foreclosure. Some of the most brazen scammers may then purchase a home for a much reduced price at a foreclosure sale. So that's what mortgage fraud is all about. Debt collection scams. Sometimes fraudsters pose as collectors who are trying to get you to pay for debts you don't owe or that you already paid. So basically, you get those random calls saying you owe this and you owe that, or random emails or random texts saying you owe this and you owe that and you need to pay this or click this link. It's a scam. You don't owe anything. They're just trying to get your money. They're just trying to get over on you. So, boom. Debt collection scams. Phishing. Phishing experts use emails or texts that look just like they're from banks, popular merchants, or someone you may know, and they try to get you to share bank account or credit card numbers, login credentials, or personal information such as your social security number. So a lot of people are getting those random calls and random text messages, the random emails saying, "Hey, your such and such bank or your such and such account is this or that. You need to log in and change this and change that." But what it really is a phishing site. And what a phishing site is, basically, if you know what you're doing, it's like a platform that you go to and say, "Oh, I want to send a phishing site for this, a phishing website for that," or Google, any Facebook, Instagram. You send it to that person, and it looks like the real, you know what I mean, the real login screen, but it's really not. It's a fake one. It's a made up one. So once you log in your information and you send your information, then the scammer now has your information, and now they can do what they want to do with your information. So that's how a lot of people are getting their information. So they're giving it away because they're responding to these fake text messages, these emails, and the scammer or the hacker is obtaining their information. Ransomware. As the name suggests, ransomware is a kind of software that actually holds your computer, smartphone, or tablet hostage by restricting access until you pay ransom. Ransomware spreads to your device when you click on the infected email attachment or a link that leads to a contaminated file or website. Ransomware also can infect a network of computers in the workplace or be passed around on a contaminated thumb drive. So basically, the hacker will take over a company's database or take over anything and just basically make you pay to get it back. So it could be files, it could be databases, it could be servers, it could be anything, but they take over and they make you pay an X amount, preferably in Bitcoin, to get it back. So that's ransomware. Imposter fraud. Imposters may try to convince you to send money by pretending to represent trustworthy, well-known, and authoritative entities like a country sheriff or IRS or charity. So, like, again, you might get the random calls saying, "Hey, this is such and such. We want you to donate money to this place, that place. How much are you willing to donate?" And just, you know, they're scamming you. Like, they're trying to get the money from you. So they do whatever they gotta do to say whatever charity, whatever cause. They're the IRS, they're county sheriff looking for you to invest into the sheriff's department, the police department. They come up with a lot of different things. Just, you know what I'm saying, just to make you send some money. And that's what a lot of people do. They you know, come up with a lot of different schemes and scams to have you send them some money. And that's what's going on in the world. But you got to think about it. It's a lot of people who are going the whole 9 yards to do this type of things. And you got people who are not doing nothing to get money. Kind of crazy. Then you guys got it. I just showed you guys some of the most craziest, some of the most popular financial scams that are going on right now that a lot of people need to be aware of because it's really happening. There are people phishing out there. There are people doing ransomware that I've been telling y'all about. People doing a card cracking. It's a lot of people doing a lot of different things to make thousands of dollars a day, weekly, and monthly. And people want to know, man, how do they do it? How do they know how to do this? How do they know how to do that? That's because whatever they had an interest in, they actually took the time out and learned about it. And I'm not telling anybody to go do anything. But people got to do what they got to do sometimes. And they figured out how to do something because you got to think about it. If they can do it, you can do it too. I'm not telling you to do it, but hey, anybody can do anything. You just got to actually want to learn how to do it. You got to actually take the time out and do it. So there you guys have it. I just dropped major gems, quick gems on some of the financial schemes that are going on right now. So let's go down the line right now. We got the fake check overpayment scams. That's card cracking. You got people that's getting information off the dark web. That's basically what they're doing is, okay, let me break it down to you. You get some information off the dark web, somebody information, right? Boom. And then you say, hey, you wanna make some money? Yeah, I want to make some money. How much you talking about? Let's split 20,000. All right, bet. So boom, they get the information off the dark web and they sign a check. Like the check is their checks, like it's their personal checks, right? Boom. And then they say, all right, I'm gonna make this check for $5,000. Boom. Put this cash this check into your account, right? Boom. All right, bet. Boom. Let me get your debit card or let me get your login information. So when it like you might be asleep in the middle of the night, so when it come, I can start getting the money and we can do what we gotta do. All right, bet. Boom. So they get them to check, they give you the debit card, so now you monitor the account 24/7 to that motherfucker to it start clear, right? Boom, now it clear. Now you going to deposit money, get the money out. Boom, some more money clear. You're going to get the money out. You get as much money as you can until they flag the account. It might be $1,000, it might be $2,500. It price varies every time. It's different. So that's what they're doing. They're not getting the whole 10. They're getting X amount, they're getting as much as they can, and then they do it all over again, and then it all adds up. If you're saving the money, it all adds up. So then we got the mortgage fraud. Like I said, people are doing the mortgage fraud. A lot of people are committing the mortgage fraud to get money. Like I said, sometimes mortgage loans borrowers are the victims rather than the perpetrators of the mortgage fraud schemes. Mortgage brokers or lenders or other companies or individuals may approach homeowners who are in financial difficulty with the mortgage rescue scam. They convince the homeowner to temporarily transfer the property to them, promising that they make mortgage payments on them until the homeowner can resume doing so themselves. Rather than doing as promised, they might just sell your house and take over things like that. Like, it's a lot of different things. And then another thing that's going on is appraisal fraud, and we're gonna make a video on that soon too, probably next. Appraisal fraud. Appraisal fraud happens when an appraisal of a property that a borrower is seeking a mortgage loan on is intentionally either overstated or understated. So either they say it costs over how much it costs or it costs under how much it costs, right? So boom, a potential borrower must usually collide with the dishonest appraiser in order to commit appraisal fraud, right? So if you got an appraiser and y'all on the same page, they'll help you do that, right? While income fraud is commonly committed just to obtain a mortgage loan, appraisal fraud is often a for-profit scheme. A typical example of appraisal fraud occurs as follows, right? So let's break it down. The potential borrower gets an appraiser to appraise a property for more than its actually valued price. So let's say I got a house, right? And my buddy is an appraiser. So I'm like, all right, this house worth $50,000. Well, we're going to say it's worth $80,000, right? Boom. So he gonna come out and say this house is worth $80,000 right now, right? So I'm gonna get a loan for $80,000, right? Boom. So I'm gonna buy the house for $50,000. I'm gonna have $30,000 left over, and I pocket that. He might get an X amount, and I'm gonna keep the rest. He might get $3,000 just for doing that. Boom. He gonna take it. Now you got what? $27,000 you just pocketed off that, and imagine doing that over and over and over 10 times. That's $250,000 right there. So that's mortgage fraud. That's how people are doing it. We're going to get a little bit into that later. So, and then we got, what else we got, all right? We got the debt collection scams, and that's when people are just calling you, trying to, saying this debt collection place, you owe this, you owe that. Student loans, you pay this amount, pay us now, so we're going to go into collection. They say whatever they can to have you send some money. So that's the debt collection scams. All them calls going on right now. Then we got the phishing. Like I told y'all, phishing experts use emails or text messages that look just like they're from the bank's popular merchants or someone that you might know. So when you get them text messages from a bank that you might be banking with, a text message from a person, a number that you might know, when you get emails from your bank or Best Buy or Walmart or all these, or so many different banks and so many different financial institutes saying, hey, you're such and such account, you need to log in. That's phishing. They're trying to get your login credentials so they can get your information logged to your account and wipe you clean of all your money. Then we got ransomware. Ransomware is basically what it sounds like. It's hackers just taking over a lot of companies' databases, servers, personal HR department information, and holding it for ransom, saying, hey, you pay me this amount in Bitcoin, you get your information back, and just holding it for ransomware. So there you guys have it. I just dropped a lot of different gems for you. I just dropped a lot of different information for you. Top 10, not top 10, but a lot of different financial scams is going on. So now people can be aware of what to look out for and can be a top of the game, ahead of the game, and win. So it's your boy King Hussle. Make sure y'all tapping in and coming to get y'all lessons, man, because we over here getting money. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody feel. You can hate all day, but in real life, once I click off of this phone or camera that I'm on, and then I go handle business, I'm still making money, and you still hating, you still not making money. So make it make sense. Shout out to everybody that's really tapping in. Shout out to everybody that got common sense when they hit me in their DMs. Because listen, nothing is free in life. I do not give free lessons. This when I do these YouTube videos, that's about as free as it's gonna get. If you want to tap in and really start making some money, then hit me in my DMs. If you just want to ask for free questions and all that, do not contact me, because I will not respond. Because all I'm gonna do is send you the price list for you to come get your lessons. $600. I'm doing credit sweeps, and I'm doing basic lessons. Basic lessons can be credit, personal, or business. How to make cash in your, how to make $1,000 a day off Instagram, off social media, off an iPhone, how to make passive income, how to invest. Whatever basic lesson you want, it don't even matter. Whatever you can think of, you can ask me, you want to learn, $600. Unlimited gems, you want everything, CPN, how to make cash in your, how to make $1,000 a day off Instagram, how to credit, personal business, how to build it, how to build CPNs, how to do it, all that. $1,200, FaceTime 101. If you want to book your seat right now in the crypto tour, $3,500, $500 deposit, $3,000 a person. You will get all the limit gems, personal cybersecurity lessons, Kelly Linux. I'm going to show you what the programs to download, give you all the documents that you need, and you're going to start winning. It's all up to you to do, to put the legwork in and start doing it and getting some money. So shout out to all my real Hustle Nation Empire fans. Shout out to everybody that's been tapping in. Shout out to everybody that's been getting their lessons. Shout out to everybody that's been serious about business, because there's a lot of people out there that's been playing. A lot of people have been contacting me thinking they could just ask me questions on how to do this and how to do that. No, you cannot. These videos is free sauce right here. Once you DM me, be ready to make some money. Have your money ready. Cash App or Walmart or Walmart payment. And I promise you, if you're ready to learn, I'm going to teach you and you're going to get some money. Easy as possible. So make sure y'all tapping in. How you get to my Instagram, like I told y'all before, click the title of the video. At the bottom, all my social media platforms will pop up. The first one says book here. That's my real IG, King Hussle X1. Now click that. Follow me. DM me. Let's get some money. Have your money ready. It's your boy, King Hussle. I'm out of here. Finna drop some more videos. I'll see y'all later. Peace.